less than 5 years away from seeing mammoths back on the planet.
Not if it's going to happen, when it's going to happen.
It is simply a function of time.
Scientists have made a breakthrough in resurrecting the woolly mammoth, a creature that went extinct. But as exciting as this achievement is, it also raises ethical questions and concerns about the potential consequences of playing with nature. Are we ready to welcome back the woolly mammoth, and what other animals are they trying to revive? Join us to find out. Number 20. The woolly mammoth. The woolly mammoth, one of the most impressive animals from the Ice Age, once dominated the cold, frozen regions of Siberia and North America. These giants were truly massive, standing up to 13 feet tall and weighing as much as 6 tons. Their thick, shaggy fur and layers of insulating fat kept them warm during the harshest winters. Long, curved tusks allowed them to dig through the snow to find the grasses they needed to survive. For hundreds of thousands of years, mammoths roamed across vast, icy plains, shaping the landscape and leaving a lasting impact on the world. Although they seem like creatures from a very distant past, some woolly mammoths survived much longer than we often think. Small groups lived on isolated islands long after human civilizations like the Egyptians built the pyramids. However, over time, the changing climate and human hunting led these giants to extinction. Today, only fossils and small fragments of their DNA remain, silent reminders of a time when these enormous animals walked the earth. Now, scientists are envisioning the possibility of bringing the woolly mammoth back to life. The challenge is significant. Mammoth DNA is too damaged to create an exact replica, so researchers are looking to their closest living relatives, the Asian elephant. By using advanced gene editing, they aim to incorporate mammoth traits, long fur, thick fat layers, cold-resistant, blood, and the iconic curved tusks into elephant DNA. The outcome would not be a perfect woolly mammoth, but a hybrid that resembles, behaves, and survives like the ancient giants once did. Colossal Biosciences, the company at the forefront of this remarkable project, aims to create the first hybrid mammoths by 2028, potentially utilizing artificial wombs to bypass the lengthy and hazardous pregnancies of elephants. However, this endeavor goes beyond mere fascination or intrigue. Researchers believe that resurrected mammoths could aid in the restoration of frozen environments. By traversing the snow, crushing moss, and dispersing grass seeds, they might help slow the melting of permafrost and rejuvenate tundra ecosystems. But the next creature has been resurrected already, and it's living amongst us. Number 19. The direwolf. The return of the direwolf from extinction was not a coincidence. It required cutting-edge science, millions of dollars, and DNA fragments that had been preserved in frozen permafrost for over 10,000 years. Scientists discovered ancient dire wolf bones in the La Brea tar pits in Los Angeles, which is one of North America's richest fossil locations. However, the DNA was fragmented and damaged, making direct cloning impossible. Instead, researchers employed gene editing techniques to resurrect the dire wolf. They utilized the closest living relatives, gray wolves, and inserted essential dire wolf genes that influenced size, jaw strength, and muscle power. Hybrid embryos were created and implanted into gray wolf surrogates. After numerous attempts, the first dire wolf pups were born in early 2025. While they were not exact replicas of the ancient giants, they contained about 85% true dire wolf DNA, with the remaining 15% derived from their gray wolf relatives. The emergence of the dire wolf is both exciting and concerning. Some caution that reviving extinct species might divert attention from the conservation of currently living animals. Nevertheless, the dire wolf is now present, agile, strong, and wild once again. It serves as a reminder of the remarkable capabilities of science and the ethical obligations that accompany tampering with history. Number 18. The dodo. The dodo has long been regarded as the ultimate symbol of extinction. This flightless bird appeared defenseless when humans first came to Mauritius. For many years, it was thought to be clumsy and overweight, making it an easy target for sailors and the animals they brought along. However, the reality was quite different. In its natural habitat, dodos were likely lean, fast, and well adapted to their island environment. The image of a fat, silly bird comes from overfed captive dodos, depicted by bored European artists. Sadly, Within just 80 years of its discovery, humans and the animals they introduced, like rats, pigs, and monkeys, had completely eradicated the species. These introduced animals consumed the dodo's eggs, which were laid on the ground without any natural defenses. The extinction of the dodo did more than eliminate a species. It altered the island's ecosystem. The bird had been crucial in dispersing the seeds of rare trees, such as the tambalacoke, which struggled to thrive without its assistance. Currently, scientists are striving to give the dodo a second chance. Researchers at Colossal Biosciences and the University of California, Santa Cruz, have sequenced its genome from ancient DNA fragments. By using its closest living relative, the Nicobar pigeon, they aim to edit embryos that could develop into modern dodo hybrids. If everything goes as planned, these birds could be reintroduced to protected areas in Mauritius by 2028, restoring lost ecological connections and reviving a piece of history. The revival of the dodo represents more than just a scientific milestone. It offers an opportunity to mend ecosystems that have been damaged for centuries. Reintroducing a species lost due to human actions serves as a reminder that extinction does not have to be permanent. The dodo's narrative may still unfold, teaching the world about hope, resilience, and the importance of responsible stewardship. Number 17. The giant short-faced bear picture, a bear taller than a person, with jaws powerful enough to crush bones and claws, designed for strength and speed. The giant short-faced bear once inhabited North America during the Ice Age, a predator like no other. It could reach up to 12 feet tall on its hind legs and sprint across tundras and forests, hunting mammoths, giant sloths, and other massive creatures. Fossils reveal tales of its great strength, a predator that dominated the land and shaped its environment through sheer might. Today, the giant short-faced bear only exists in the frozen remnants of history. DNA fragments discovered in permafrost provide insights into its genetic structure, suggesting the remarkable power hidden within its DNA. Although no official project has started to bring it back, scientists envision a future where this magnificent bear could roam the wilds again. The tale of the giant short-faced bear serves as a warning of awe and strength. It prompts us to consider what it truly means to restore ancient giants to a transformed world. This creature, once a symbol of fear and fascination, now stands on the brink of possibility. Its legacy spans history, science, and imagination, questioning whether humans can responsibly revive nature's giants, or if we are merely experimenting with forces we do not yet fully comprehend. The giant, short-faced bear reminds us of the magnificence of the past and the gravity of the decisions that could bring it back. However, such a revival poses challenging questions. Can modern ecosystems sustain such a massive carnivore? Can it coexist with today's animals without causing disruption? Number 16. The Tasmanian tiger. The thyline, commonly referred to as the Tasmanian tiger, was an enigmatic and fascinating creature. It had stripes like a tiger, but was actually a marsupial predator, carrying its young in a pouch and hunting throughout Tasmania and parts of mainland Australia for thousands of years. It was swift, intelligent, and perfectly suited to its natural environment. However, everything changed when humans arrived, competing with dingoes on the mainland and being blamed for livestock losses by European settlers in Tasmania. The Tasmanian tiger faced relentless hunting. By 1936, the last known individual, named Benjamin, passed away in a Hobart Zoo, left outside in the cold after someone forgot to secure his enclosure. Even after it was officially declared extinct, stories of sightings persisted for decades, describing a ghostly predator silently roaming the Australian bush. Today, scientists aim to turn those tales into reality. At the University of Melbourne, with the help of Colossal Biosciences, researchers have sequenced the genome of the Tasmanian tiger from preserved tissue. They are investigating ways to bring it back, using a small living marsupial, the fat-tailed dunnart, as a surrogate. Their objective is to create embryos that could eventually develop into thyloin pups. This effort extends beyond just science. Researchers are also focused on restoring the tiger's natural habitat so that if it returns, it can flourish in the wild instead of merely in captivity. Imagine strolling through the Tasmanian bush, and hearing the call of a predator once believed to be lost forever. The revival of the Tasmanian tiger represents more than just a success in genetics. It serves as a reminder that extinction is not always irreversible, and that human compassion and creativity may offer lost species a second chance at life. Number 15. Steller's sea cow. If manatees are remarkable, then Steller's sea cow was a true giant. This gentle animal could grow up to 30 feet long and weigh 10 tons. It inhabited the cold waters around the Commander Islands near Alaska, which were discovered in 1741 by the German naturalist Georg Wilhelm Steller. Its thick, bark-like skin, rough chewing plates, and absence of teeth made it perfectly adapted to feeding on kelp. Unlike most marine creatures, it moved slowly, gliding through shallow waters while feeding alongside its family. Observers noted that sea cows were intelligent, caring, and even protective of injured companions, showcasing a rare combination of size and gentle behavior. Sadly, humans hunted Steller's sea cow to extinction in just 27 years. Its slow speed, inability to dive, and thick blubber made it an easy target, providing food, oil, and leather. The extinction of this species altered the ecosystem. These massive grazers maintained the health of kelp forests, preventing overgrowth and supporting fish populations. Without them, Arctic coastal environments began to suffer, exacerbated by climate change and increasing sea urchin numbers. Currently, scientists are hopeful about bringing the sea cow back. By studying its closest living relative, the dugong, and utilizing ancient traits recovered from bones, researchers aim to create a new organism that can fulfill the same ecological role. Steller's sea cow may one day return, not just as a marvel, but as a protector of the ocean's fragile balance. Number 14. The passenger pigeon. Once, the skies of North America were filled with billions of passenger pigeons. Their flocks were so immense they could darken the sun. These were not the city pigeons we see today. They were wild, fast, and fiercely social, flying in perfect harmony across hundreds of miles. Their presence shaped the forests. Nesting pigeons covered trees so densely that branches broke under their weight. Their droppings enriched the soil, and seeds spread far and wide. The passenger pigeon was, in every sense, a living engineer of its ecosystem, but their strength was also their weakness. Living in such enormous numbers made them easy targets. Industrial-scale hunting in the 1800s, combined with telegraphs to track flocks and railroads to move their meat, devastated the species. By 1914, the last passenger pigeon, a female named Martha, died alone in the Cincinnati Zoo. The forests that had known their presence were forever changed. Now, scientists hope for a second chapter. By studying preserved museum specimens, they are reconstructing the passenger pigeon's genome. Using its closest living relative, the band-tailed pigeon, they aim to create hybrids that could once again fill the forests. Bringing these birds back would not only restore a species, but also the ancient rhythms of North American wilderness, showing that extinction does not always have to be forever. But it also raises questions about responsibility, ecosystems, and the limits of human intervention. Can a bird, once wiped out by humans, safely reclaim its ancient skies? And if it can, what lessons might it teach us about the balance between nature and mankind? Number 13. The quagga. The quagga, a unique kind of plains zebra, used to inhabit the grasslands of South Africa in large, elegant herds. Its most notable characteristic was its half-striped body. The front was covered in bold black and white stripes, while the back was smooth and brown, resembling a horse. European settlers heavily hunted the quagga for its meat, hides, and for sport. By the late 1800s, it had disappeared from the wild, and the last known quagga died quietly in the Amsterdam Zoo in 1883. For many years, scientists argued about whether the quagga was a distinct subspecies or merely a variation of the common zebra. Modern genetics has confirmed that it was indeed a separate species. Currently, efforts are being made to revive the quagga through selective breeding. Researchers are studying zebras with high percentages of quagga DNA to recreate animals that closely mimic the extinct quagga in appearance and behavior. The Quagga Project in South Africa has already achieved significant progress. Fourth-generation animals now display fewer stripes, brown rear ends, and physical traits very similar to the original quagga. Some of these reconstructed zebras have even been released into protected reserves, allowing them to roam freely. Gradually, the quagga is returning to its ancient grasslands, helping to restore the beauty and balance of an ecosystem that had lost this unique and charming animal. Number 12. The ivory-billed woodpecker. Once known as the Lord God bird, due to its stunning beauty, the ivory-billed woodpecker once inhabited the swamps of the southeastern United States. It was last commonly spotted in the 1940s and was officially declared extinct in 2021. However, hope persists. Some researchers continue to report unverified sightings and strange calls, keeping the dream of witnessing this magnificent bird alive. Scientists have started to recover and sequence DNA from museum specimens, including feathers and preserved tissues. Although the genetic material is delicate and incomplete, advancements in genome reconstruction allow for partial recovery. However, reviving the bird involves more than just DNA. Its habitat, the ancient cypress forests, has almost disappeared. Even if cloning or gene editing is successful, where would the birds reside? Conservationists emphasize that restoring the habitat is the priority. Protecting related species like the pileated woodpecker is also crucial. The ivory-billed woodpecker remains an enigma, a remnant of the American wilderness. It symbolizes both what has been lost and a challenge for science. Perhaps one day, the swamps will once again resonate with the tapping of this legendary bird, reminding everyone that extinction may not always be the end. Number 11. The wild aurochs. Long before domestic cattle-populated farms, the wild aurochs freely roamed Europe, Asia, and North Africa. These massive creatures stood over 6 feet tall at the shoulder, featuring long, forward-curving horns and strong, muscular bodies. They were more than just large animals. They influenced the landscapes they inhabited. Their grazing kept forests open, their trampling promoted new growth, and their presence supported numerous other species, impacting entire ecosystems. Humans domesticated some aurochs, but wild populations flourished for centuries. Unfortunately, by the 17th century, they had vanished. The last known aurochs perished in a Polish forest in 1627, marking the end of a chapter in Europe's wilderness. Today, scientists and conservationists are striving to revive the aurochs. Through a technique called backbreeding, they selectively breed modern cattle that retain strong genes from their wild ancestors. Initiatives like Taurus in the Netherlands and Urus in Germany are slowly recreating animals that resemble the original aurochs in size, behavior, and appearance. Unlike cloning, backbreeding utilizes living relatives to naturally restore a species. Number 10. The Pyrenean ibex. The Pyrenean ibex was not just a mountain goat. It represented strength and survival. Residing high in the rocky cliffs between France and Spain, these nimble animals could leap and climb effortlessly, perfectly adapted to their tough environment. However, by the year 2000, the Pyrenean ibex had vanished forever. The last one succumbed to hunting pressures and habitat loss. Its disappearance was silent yet tragic, reminding us that even the strongest species can disappear in an instant. But science would not accept this ending. In 2003, researchers accomplished the unthinkable. By using preserved skin cells, they cloned the Pyrenean ibex, bringing a newborn into the world that took its first steps. For a brief moment, hope was rekindled. Yet, life is delicate. The newborn fell and died within minutes due to lung issues, highlighting both the potential and limitations of modern science. The tale of the Pyrenean ibex poses a profound question. Can we restore what we have lost and ensure its survival? Number 9. The Irish elk. The Irish elk, one of the largest deer ever to exist, roamed the forests and open fields of Europe with stunning grace. Its antlers, reaching almost 12 feet from tip to tip, represented strength and vitality. These impressive antlers influenced the animal's behavior, competition, and survival. However, even such a magnificent creature could not withstand the rapid changes that occurred at the end of the Ice Age. Warmer temperatures and increasing human activity gradually drove the Irish elk to extinction. Today, only fossils remain, hinting at a time when towering, antlered giants roamed the Earth. Currently, scientists are examining ancient DNA to investigate the possibility of resurrecting this magnificent deer. They believe that bringing back the Irish elk could help restore ecological balance. In the past, its grazing habits shaped plant life and supported numerous other species. Its reintroduction could aid in healing landscapes altered by time and human impact. Number 8. The Haast Eagle. The Haast's eagle, the largest bird of prey in New Zealand, once dominated the skies with incredible strength. With a wingspan exceeding 9 feet and talons as powerful as a lion's, it preyed on the giant moa and influenced the ecosystem of the region. Its existence maintained a balance in prey populations and affected the growth of forests and grasslands. However, everything shifted with the arrival of humans. As people hunted the moa, the eagle lost its primary food source. By the early 1400s, this formidable predator disappeared, leaving the skies eerily silent and severing an ancient connection between predator and prey. Today, scientists envision a future where both the moa and the Haast's eagle could be brought back. Reviving this relationship could aid in restoring parts of New Zealand's ecosystem that have been absent for centuries. Nonetheless, the challenge is significant. The eagle's immense size, strength, and hunting requirements pose serious concerns. Can it coexist safely with today's wildlife? Would its reintroduction benefit nature or lead to new issues? Let's go into the next one. Number 7. The Carolina parakeet. The Carolina parakeet used to brighten the southeastern skies of the United States with its vivid green, soft yellow, and warm orange colors. As the only parrot native to North America, it inhabited forests, swamps, and river valleys, bringing color and life wherever it went. These energetic birds played a role in their ecosystem by spreading seeds and promoting healthy plant growth. However, as people cleared land, hunted these birds, and captured them as pets, the parakeet's population declined rapidly. By the early 1900s, it had vanished completely, leaving a silence that felt oddly empty in the areas it once enlivened. Currently, scientists are examining DNA from preserved specimens in hopes of reviving this gentle species. They believe that its return could aid in restoring forests and reconnecting the land with a significant part of its natural history. Nevertheless, this idea brings up crucial questions. The world has changed, and the parakeet would require safe habitats and careful protection to survive again. Its story serves as a reminder that bringing back a lost species involves not just scientific efforts, but also compassion, responsibility, and learning from past mistakes that led to its decline. Number 6. Heath hen. The heath hen used to roam the open fields and woodlands of the northeastern United States, moving quietly with its soft, fluttering wings. Although it was small, it had a significant role in nature. While foraging for food, it spread seeds and helped maintain the balance among plants, insects, and predators. It was closely related to the prairie chicken, yet it had its own unique charm and place in the ecosystem. As time passed, hunting and loss of habitat drove the heath hen to near extinction. By the early 20th century, only a handful were left, and in 1932, the last one perished. Its absence created a void in the landscape it had influenced for centuries. Currently, scientists are examining preserved feathers and bones to see if this gentle bird could be brought back. The aim is not just to resurrect a lost species, but to aid in restoring damaged ecosystems where the heath hen once flourished. Its return could help revive natural processes and strengthen many other species that shared its environment. Number 5. The gastric brooding frog. The gastric brooding frog was one of the most extraordinary animals ever found. It lived in the forests and streams of Australia, astonishing scientists with a unique ability not seen in any other creature. After laying her eggs, the mother would swallow them and keep them safe in her stomach. Instead of digesting them, her body transformed. Her stomach ceased acid production, becoming a warm nursery. When the young were fully formed, she gently released them through her mouth, bringing new life into the world in a way that seems almost unbelievable. This rare and fragile frog survived only in balanced and clean environments. However, human activities gradually destroyed the habitats it relied on. Pollution and disease hit hard, and by the early 1980s, the species was completely gone. Its absence left a void in the streams where it once thrived. Currently, scientists are striving to bring this gentle wonder back to life. By examining preserved cells and utilizing advanced genetic techniques, they have started to unlock parts of its lost DNA. The goal is to see the frog return, not just because of its unusual and beautiful life cycle, but also because frogs play a crucial role in maintaining healthy wetlands and controlling insect populations. Restoring the gastric brooding frog could fill a missing gap in nature's puzzle. However, its story also serves as a reminder to protect the species we still have. Reviving a lost species demands patience, care, and a profound respect for the natural world. This small frog, once thought to be lost forever, now symbolizes hope, reminding us that with dedication and responsibility, even the most delicate wonders can find their way back home. Number 4. The saber-toothed hunter. The saber-toothed cat, known as Smilodon, once roamed the Ice Age plains with a calm yet deadly elegance. With its long, curved teeth and robust body, it was designed for surprise attacks. It could take down massive animals like mammoths, bison, and giant ground sloths by using its weight to pull them down before delivering a final, powerful bite. Fossils reveal a creature full of strength and agility, playing a crucial role in maintaining balance in ancient ecosystems. For thousands of years, this great cat dominated the wilds of North America. However, as the Ice Age came to an end and the world warmed, its large prey gradually disappeared. Lacking sufficient food, the saber-toothed cat also vanished, leaving a silent void in nature where a mighty hunter once thrived. Today, advancements in genetics present an exciting possibility. Some scientists are examining ancient DNA, looking for ways to recreate an animal akin to the Smilodon. They envision a future where this ancient cat could once again roam the earth, helping us learn about life from the past, and possibly restoring some lost ecological functions. Yet, questions linger. Would modern environments be able to support such a powerful predator? Could today's animals coexist safely alongside it? Stay with us. Number 3. The giant of New Zealand. Standing almost 12 feet tall, the moa was a gentle giant of New Zealand, a flightless bird that influenced the islands for many years. These peaceful herbivores played a role in maintaining plant life, spreading seeds, and shaping the growth of forests and grasslands. Their existence supported a fragile ecosystem unique to Earth. However, everything changed with the arrival of Polynesian settlers. Intense hunting and the gathering of their large eggs led to the moa's rapid extinction. In their absence, the landscape transformed. Food chains collapsed, forests altered, and a distinctive aspect of New Zealand's natural balance vanished forever. Currently, scientists are examining DNA from ancient bones and eggshells to explore the possibility of bringing the moa back. They think that reviving this species could help restore damaged habitats and bring back the gentle equilibrium the bird once provided to the land. Number 2. The giant elephant bird. Madagascar was once governed by a bird so enormous and gentle that it felt almost like a dream. The great elephant bird, which stood nearly 10 feet tall and weighed around half a ton, moved slowly through the forests, shaping the landscape with each step. Its massive eggs were among the largest ever laid by any creature, a true marvel of nature. This giant bird was crucial to its ecosystem. As it foraged and roamed, it helped distribute seeds and maintain the balance of the island's flora. However, by the 17th century, human hunting and changes to its habitat led to a decline in its population, and soon the great elephant bird vanished forever. Today, only shattered eggshells and ancient bones tell its tale. Scientists are currently examining DNA from these remains to see if the bird could potentially be brought back. Reviving such a colossal creature is a complex task. It demands meticulous effort, secure habitats, and a thorough understanding of how the island has evolved. Number 1. The steppe. bison. The steppe bison was a powerful animal that roamed the chilly, open areas of Siberia and Europe. It was a robust grazer that influenced its surroundings, traveling in large herds and promoting the growth of grasslands. Its heavy footsteps and peaceful demeanor affected plants, predators, and the slow pace of the Ice Age. This ancient bison was crucial in maintaining the land's health and vitality. Today, frozen remains discovered in deep permafrost have opened a door that once seemed permanently shut. These remains still contain valuable DNA, providing scientists with a rare opportunity to examine the animal in detail. With careful efforts, experts are now investigating ways to revive the steppe bison through cloning and gentle genetic techniques. This concept is not about reliving history. It is about restoring the land. The return of this great grazer could aid in revitalizing open grasslands, supporting various species, and restoring balance to areas altered by human activities. If the steppe bison were to walk the earth again one day, it would feel like a living link to the Ice Age. It would demonstrate how nature and history can intersect in unexpected ways. However, this dream carries significant responsibilities. Reviving a lost species is not merely a simple achievement. It impacts entire ecosystems, raises profound ethical questions, and demands careful and prolonged oversight. De-extinction prompts us to reflect on our decisions. Are we mending past wounds, or are we steering nature in ways we do not fully comprehend? These inquiries serve as gentle reminders of life's fragility. While science may provide a second chance, it also calls for us to proceed with wisdom, patience, and respect for the world we inhabit. What do you think about these trials for de-extinction? Let us know in the comments. If you enjoyed this video, like, share, and subscribe to this channel for more celebrity gist. Before you go, watch the other videos on your screen.